Hello and welcome to the latest update from We Are the Famous EFC. My name is Adam and this is the new show. So let's get into it. Farabicha want to sign Beto. My thoughts on that is that, I think Beto's days at Everton are very, very limited now. Whether it's January or the summer, I think that Beto's days at Everton are very cut because he hasn't been getting to David Moyes' squad. He's been awful. He's only scored 2 goals now, and David Moyes has chosen Barry over Beto now for his team. And I tell you what, fair play to Moyes because Diego Barry has scored 4 goals in the last couple of games. But I think now Everton need to look away now from Beto because I think a deal will be done very soon. I think prior to all of this, according to Football Insider and Team Talk, that Beto will be leaving Everton in January. And my thoughts on that is, let him go because he's not the player what Everton obviously want, and also can't bring goals week in, week out for Everton at all. So we do need to look for a new striker, as I said. But prior to all of that, Beto is not the answer. You might think that's harsh, but realistically, I don't think Beto is any good than Tierney Barry. In fact, Beto is a hell of a lot worse, without a shadow of a doubt, because if Beto was good, then we'd be scoring week in, week out. We wouldn't be where we are now. We'd be nearly challenging for Champions League, Europe, and etc, etc. But one player who has been linked up with a move for Everton, whether this is true, I don't know, but I think it is because the player is John Philip Mateta, has been linked up with a move to the Toffees. For Beto to leave, Mateta to come in, and yes, this will be a good signing. Why? He scores week in, week out. John Philip Mateta, he can get you Europe. He wants to leave Palace this season. He has said openly to Palace for a team who's going to be fighting for Europe and he's going to get European football. But Everton can't promise that. But what we can promise is a new project. The Friedkins can promise that, and to have big wages as well. The Friedkins would, as well as David Moyes. But a brand new project and a brand new stadium. Who wouldn't want to come to this football club now? Because I certainly would, without a shadow of a doubt. A new project is literally the perfect outfit why we should sign Philip Mateta. But yes, rumours are today heavily that he's been linked up with a move to Everton if Beto leaves this summer, and that for me is a perfect signing. Yes, he did make a scissor when Everton played Palace at Hill Dickinson, but he scores week in, week out, as we've seen John Philip Mateta. And we know that Oliver Glasner is not renewing his contract, so there's a noise at Selhurst Park, and that John Philip Mateta wants to leave as well. So a proper mixed bag. But do I think that it's believed that John Philip Mateta will be leaving for 40 million? And I tell you what, I think that 40 million, I would pay it. Let me know in the comments. Would you pay 40 million, for John Philip Mateta? Let me know in the comments, because I tell you what, I certainly would, because John Philip Mateta can bring you goals week in, week out, compared to Beto and Barry and that. But yeah, I'm very excited that we've been linked up. Whether it's true, I don't know, but these are rumours today, what are going around, and I'm just reporting what's in the news today and what could likely happen. But yes, Everton could get John Philip Mateta, and if we can get him, then Europe is 100% on. If not, then Europe, I'm about 84% that we'll get Europe this season. But I can definitely say we'll get Europe if we get a strike in the window like John Philip Mateta. But it is exciting, but all of a sudden, we've been linked up with Jean-Philippe Mateta because Beto's leaving, whether it's the summer or January. But what I do know is that Beto's days are limited with Everton, without a shadow of a doubt. But this news is massive, what's been coming out over the last coming few days, but especially today, that Beto is set to join the Turkey club, according to rumours. But it is interesting. Again, I think that Beto's on his way out. I really do. As well, but Jean-Philippe Mateta to Everton. What a signing that would be by David Moyes, by the Friedkins, if Everton were to sign Jean-Philippe Mateta. Like, what a signing. What a signing that would be. A class signing, toffees. As well, without a shadow of a doubt. But as I said, we can't promise Europe, but we can promise a new project at Hill Dickinson. And that is what the Toffees, who will want to sign for this new project, what David Moyes and the Friedkins are set to do with Everton. It's massive. Like, right now, it's snatching my hand off, not just because I'm an Evertonian, because of the project and so on as well, without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, as I said as well, yeah, Jean-Philippe Mateta, but also Tim Booman has been linked up with a move away to Everton, as well, to Turkey as well. My thoughts on that, I wouldn't sell him at all. I think that he's a good midfielder. We need other midfielders as well, because especially how thingy. But if we're going to let him go, I'd only let him go on loan for experience, but otherwise I wouldn't let him go. I think that he's a good outfit, especially under David Moyes. He's a really good outfit, but I would keep him without a shadow of a doubt. As I said, prior to Beto leaving, Beto to go, but I would have Tim to stay. But he's been linked up with a move away from Hill Dickinson. Do I see this happening? No, I don't. Because David Moyes likes him, and he's getting into David Moyes' starting lineups as well. Apart from that, he's injured at the moment. But as I said, yeah, I basically would keep him without a shadow of a doubt. But moving back now to the Jean-Philippe Mateta rumours, he offers a lot. A new project as well to offer him. We can offer him 40 million and even more in his wages. But also, as I said, we can't offer him definitely 100% for Europe what he wants, but it's more likely Everton to sign him if Beto leave, if no other clubs come in for him. But if Everton do play 40 million, then more clubs will start to come in for him, and that's the risk. But I think prior to this, I think that he comes to Everton if Everton can get the deal done, but only if Beto leaves. Because it's no good if Beto leaves and we don't get any striker. Like, how's that going to work? Because we can't leave Tierno Barry on his own. Otherwise, if he gets injured or something happens to him or whatever, then we've got no backup. So we've got to have a striker. But today, this is doing the round heavily. Jean-Philippe Mateta as well to come to the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on that. And also, Toffees, let me know what you guys think on this news as well. Because I'll tell you what, I certainly would snatch your hand off now for this fella, for Jean-Philippe Mateta, over anybody in our squad apart from Illiman and Jai and Kieran Shrewsbury and Jack Grealish and so on. But Jean-Philippe Mateta, if we get him in 100%, we get Europe this season. 100. Beyond me that we get Europe if we sign them. But this is all to play for over the next coming few days, as deadline day is getting closer and closer till deadline day. Monday, let me have a look when deadline day is over. Monday, the 2nd of February, is deadline day, 7 o'clock. The window closes, sorry. Yeah, 7 o'clock. The window slams shut. So Everton have got now and until deadline day to get this deal done. Hopefully we do. Hopefully we get rid of Beto. Whether we loan out Tim and Booman or he leaves, who knows? But I'm pretty sure Beto will leave this summer, as his days are very, very limited with Everton. And hopefully we can sign John Philip Mateta, and what a signing toffees that would be. And that, people, if we sign John Philip Mateta, then 100% we get Europe. Let us know in the comments your thoughts. That is it for the news roundup show. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this news, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.